So there's a major injury crisis.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your host for today, Mr. Y. Callum.
It's a Y Callum, manager of Slough, the best there's ever been. Y Callum, it's a Y Callum, look out for his dog, yes he's got a lovely dog.
Hello, welcome back to Bill's Town. My name's Y Callum, and welcome back to another episode of us managing to bottle getting out of a division. So here we are, still top of the league, and I'm not really sure how. There's a lot of teams dropping a lot of points up at the top of the division, but on 64, and we are clinging on by goal difference, but that is not the story. This is the story. If you have a look down at the bottom of the screen there, John Ogbenay, Musa Jimmo and Jonathan Russell, ironically Jonathan Russell, the man we brought in to try and replace them all, have all picked up long-term injuries. We're talking 2 to 3 months minimum, so probably missing the rest of the season. We've also been missing Justin Brierley for the best part of 6 weeks. Danny Imre's now got a small knock, and we've let go a couple of players. Yeah, the disappointing Mark Wilson has left on loan to Cheltenham. He was kicking off big time about not getting the game time. He played 11 games for us in the league and didn't score once and just didn't really offer anything. You know, sometimes when you've got key highlights and you just don't see a player, when it's a centre forward, that's a real concern. So I've decided to see whether he can have a bit of time, score some goals in the National League. Who knows? He might come back next season better for it. If not, okay, we'll look to get rid. The other player on his way out the door is Mickey Sticky, which probably at the start of the season would have been a bit of a surprise, but he actually is on his way to a loan deal to Ebbsfleet, a quite an odd loan deal to Ebbsfleet, where they've actually offered up to £500,000 to buy him at the end of the loan. Now, surely they won't, but imagine if they did. Our form since the last video was on stream, and it's been really mixed with the amount of injuries we've had. We've had to rotate an awful lot, and we just haven't really got to grips with it. We lost 4-2 to MK Dons, and it was quite a resounding loss, that one. We then beat Cambridge 1-0. We beat Newport 3-1 in a frantic first 20 minutes of that game where all 4 goals were scored. We then drew 2-2 after being 2-0 up against Bristol Rovers. We lost 2-0 to Port Vale, and we got a really important 0-0 draw with Colchester. I'll show you why that's important in a second. And we then followed it up with a 2-1 away victory against Portsmouth. Hamzad Cargbo at the double. And the reason the Colchester point was so important was Colchester are up there in the automatic positions with us. Morecambe have actually dropped off since beating us, but it's Leyton Orient and Colchester which are currently the teams we are up against. So that brings us to the team, and you might say, actually, this team doesn't look that rotated, but it really is. With Jaden Raymond coming into the midfield as a starter, Kessie Denton having to come out of defence and going into that half-back role, Corbin Mathunzi then taking his role into ball-playing defender, and Mason Hunter, the target forward extraordinaire, going in as the centre-back alongside him. Briley has been out and has been a major miss. We've been playing Sunday Moses there, who's doing okay, but he just doesn't offer the same as Briley, really. But Wingate and Cargbo, as always, are the real standouts for this season. Tommy Wingate has got 13 league goals to his name, 17 overall with a few in the cup as well. Once again, over-exceeding those attributes. And Hamzad Cargbo, second top goal scorer in the league, 18 goals to his name with a rating of 7.41. How does he keep doing it? It is genuinely amazing, but at 30 years old, I worry to say he probably won't be much longer, but 348 appearances and 220 goals is truly amazing for this Slough legend. So this will be the team that plays Boston today, with Dylan O'Day continuing in goal, of course, because we've got nobody else. Danny Imre, Mason Hunter, Corbin Mathunzi and Sunday Moses make up our back four, with Kessie Denton just ahead of them. McDonald, Stockbridge and Raymond, with Tommy Wingate and Hamzad Cargbo up front. Obviously, we're slightly more depleted now with no Mark Wilson and those injuries to the central midfield areas. Honestly, we are quite a lot weaker than we could be without the likes of Jimmo, without the likes of Ogbenay. It's still a strong enough team. I think the conversation has got to be, are we still looking to win the league? And what do I mean by that? Are we still looking to win the league? Because that might seem like a silly thing to say for a team that are top of the division currently, but I just worry that we haven't got enough to get over the line, especially near the end of the season. Form will begin to drop as Boston come down the right hand side here. It's crossing initially cleared by Mathunzi, but Camerson gets it back on this right hand side. Another chance to cross. He shoots. It's a brilliant save from Dylan O'Day, and King picks that back up. And Wingate actually might sneak this away. Tommy Wingate now. McDonald, and that is the end of the highlight. But what I mean is, should we just be looking at automatic promotion is a major success this season? If we were to get third, we still go up into League One, don't we? And I think that is probably the benchmark we need to look at. However, at the end of this video, it'll probably be a lot clearer because my intention is to do this game and then a highlights package and then maybe one game at the end as well. I'm treating you. Our Slough about to treat us as well. Dylan O'Day will take this free kick within our half. Mathunzi chips it over to McDonald. Don't like that ball at all, but it's worked. Tommy Wingate's in, and Tommy Wingate.
Let's hear you sing his name.
Tommy Wingate gives us a 1-0 lead. I thought it was a poor ball this from the front seat, but it's worked out really well. McDonald won the header. Wingate used the space to get away from the defence and put it into the bottom corner. He sprinted away and did a lovely forward roll as well. And 1-0 up at half-time. I also noticed Leyton Orient losing at home, so it's a Taylor 2-1-0s, and looking at the match stats, it's actually been quite a close game, this one. Can't believe I haven't mentioned it already as well. What a lovely kit that Boston have got. I'm a sucker for a pink kit, I really am, and there it is. What a beauty. I think Gillingham's is slightly nicer, though, I must say. As Best now has it for Boston. Mahovo, Dunton now. Aiden. And Imre does really well defensively there. Mason Hunter goes to clearance. It's a poor one from Mason, but luckily it goes all the way through to Dylan O'Day. Is that the highlight? I've got a feeling it's not, as Dylan O'Day knocks it long towards Hamzad, flicks it down to Tommy Wingate. Tommy Wingate's brilliant pace, but he shoots over the bar. Really good sign of his agility there, and also a sign of his not great finishing. Free kick here now. McDonald will take it towards Mason Hunter. Doesn't win that header, and Runham will now clear it. And I tell you what, it's a one-on-one here. Hickey against, I believe that's Kessie Denton. Hickey takes on and beats Kessie Denton, gets the cross into the back post, and Hunter wins that header. Aiden gets it back. Dunton now shoots. Oh my goodness, flashes it wide of the post. Luckily for us, it did not ripple the back of the net. A triple sub now with Moneybags, Yaku Traore coming on after his AFCON, as well as Kofi Ajamang, who's just back from an injury, and Briley, who we've really missed at left back, also comes onto the field as Aiden takes on Ajamang here straight away. It's initially blocked by Ajamang, but it's worked out for Gavin Barnes. He's basically inadvertently assisted there. And Boston have made it 1-1. This is my point. We're just not as rampant as we were at the start of the season. And it's been a really difficult last couple of sessions, I'll be honest with you. As Barnes shoots beyond a day there, makes it 1-1. And the wing-back substitutions have not worked at all for us there. There's a highlight here, though. 69 minutes on the clock as Ajamang comes down this right-hand side. Can he make amends for that error as he crosses it towards McDonald, who pretty harmlessly heads it into the hands of Charles, who will now bring it forward for Boston. Where is this highlight turning? As it's a long ball towards Ajamang, who wins the header well. Traore now. They did quite well in the AFCON as well, Burkina Faso, I believe. Got to the knockout rounds as Jaden Raymond now into Kessie Denton again, over to Mathunzi, who got knocked out in the group stages with his nation, who I can't remember off the top of my head. McDonald into Carbo, lovely reverse pass. Wingate through to Moneybags. Traore, there he is! He's worth every penny. His first goal for the club. It's a massive goal. Money. He's cashing that £2,500 and the rest as Carbo played a lovely reverse pass. Wingate saw the man through, and Traore finished with his left foot into the bottom corner. It's a really good finish in fairness, and we're 2-1 up. One decision we did make in the window was to not sell Kobe Sinclair Linton due to the injury crisis. We had got a deal actually agreed with another club for about £30,000 for him to leave. He wanted to leave, but I just couldn't let him go. He's just come on as well in that DM role as Quasi picks up, crosses it in. It's cleared away well though. Cargo have a big chance there. But yeah, you've had to make these sort of big decisions because ultimately we haven't got very much money. Our pool of players that we can sign is really small as well. So it makes it very difficult to operate in the transfer market. So we decided to just stick basically, which is exactly what we did on the 2-1. I've gone too early there. I've got too excited. Please don't ruin it for me. Get it away, Corbin. Oh no, I was wrapping up. No. Oh, you are joking me. I was wrapping it up. We'd won 2-1. Oh, no. And in the 96th minute of the game, Mathunzi clears it away. Addo picks it up, whips the ball across. It looked like Hickey was actually fouled. And Runham taps it home. Oh, 3 becomes 1. Oh, that is a nightmare. What a pain. What does that do to the league table? Well, we are still top because Leyton Orient were absolutely battered by Dartford, so we do get a 1-point lead, but it could have been 3. It could have been 3, and Boston stealing 2 points off us at the death. But Sophia Kaiger says she's really proud of Slough. Matty Jarvis says, good result, keep them coming. And Pablo Dyer says, fantastic result, defended well, attacked well, just a brilliant all-round performance. Everyone's over the moon with a 2-2 draw. Apart from Thomas Gardner, who says, that was awful to watch, Wingate aside. Only Tommy Wingate he liked. Thank you, Thomas Gardner, for that review. And we played Yeovil next in the game to try and bounce back from that draw. And we had new signing. He's not good, but I feel like we've got to sign him anyway. Kevin Tilley came into the game, but did not start the fixture. Mason Hunter did and gave us a 1-0 lead in 10 minutes. A lovely header at the back post. Not many goals for Mason Hunter this season as he's broken into the side, but a great delivery into the back post, and he rose highest with the keeper out of position to make it 1-0. We then followed that up with a brilliant bit of defensive work from Andy Stockbridge as he wins it back in the right back position. Gives it off to Traore. Danny Imre now came in field. Knocked it over to Carbo with one of the best back headers I've ever seen. McDonald then hit the post and Tommy Wingate smashed it home to make it 2.
Let's hear you sing his name.
Yeovil weren't going to be walked over though, and they made it 2-1 not long after. Peterson with a cross in and Walker heading it past Ade. Really dodgy goalkeeping, which is a theme of this video actually from Ade. However, just after teacher brain, Wingate got the ball down the right side, gave it into Danny Imre, so often the assister smashed it past the goalkeeper to make it 3-1. A brilliant goal from Danny Imre, showing he can do it not only with his shooting boots, but his crossing boots. Actually the other way around, isn't it? It's not his crossing boots, it's his shooting boots. I mean, really I should edit that out, but I'm going to keep it in there because what a goal. Oh, he's awful, isn't he? He's awful. Is there even any point? That was talking about Tilley, so I thought, you know what, remembering what I'd said on stream, I think it's time to bring him on. He might be the worst. Is for Kevin Tilley as he came off the pitch. Just showing you a bit of the stream, what I sort of thought of Kevin Tilley when we signed him. And just after he came on, Tanga scored to make it 3-2. 4-8 dribbling, I know. He's awful. And we don't want to put all of the blame on him, but once he came on, it did all go wrong as we then conceded a penalty. We were cruising at 3-1. And then Yeovil had the chance to make it 3-3 in the 84th minute. And they took it as well. I've got him in. However, Stockbridge into Tilley. Kevin Tilley! Oh my word! Kevin Tilley with a goal to make it 4-3 in the 94th minute. The first goal of his career and the first goal for Slough. The man who's been lambasted by the media, and not me. I always thought he was brilliant. With an incredible goal. I've always said he's fantastic. He's not good. Oh, he's awful, isn't he? He might be the worst. He's awful. Yeah. We won 4-3. What a win. And it was all down to that magnificent goal. Possibly my favourite goal of the save so far from that man, Kevin Tilley. It headed into the game against Dagenham and Redbridge then when we took on a high away from home. And after 10 minutes, we did actually take the lead. A brilliant run from Justin Briley. Came back off the post and Jaden Raymond had the simple task of tapping it home to make it 1-0. A lovely goal and a lovely work from left back. Let's see that again. Mathunzi played it out to him. Briley just used his raw pace, and we really missed him when he was out injured. And he showed that with a brilliant delivery into the box as well. And Raymond tapping it home, taking it off Wingate's foot. Wingate trying to do a bit of a David Nugent there for England. Classic reference. As Dagenham Redbridge got in behind, and then a bit of poor goalkeeping as well. Saw Martin Alderton. It's difficult to read sometimes, honestly. It's a small screen I can see it on. Anyway, in the 68th minute, or should we say, the 69th minute, Hamzat Kargbo made it 2-1. Wonderful work by the subs down on the left-hand side with Moses and Traore. And it was played into the box where Hamzat Kargbo, it's unlikely he scores with his left foot. But he did. Look at this. Beautiful. I'm not sure he meant to put it there, but it did, and it went in. 2-1. Magnificent stuff. And then, you're not going to believe what happened. In the 89th minute, we had a late goal in the last game. Hunter played it into Ajamang. Raymond played it through to Chrissy Tipple, who smashed it in to make it 3-1. No, he didn't. It was offside. It was offside. But it didn't matter because we held on to the 2-1 victory, which took us in to a game against Dartford. Now, Dartford were becoming the old enemies, and with thoughts on that, we saw Leyton Orient drop points against Bristol Rovers, keeping our gap at the top to 4 points. But Dartford were a team on the up. They're a team who came up a couple of seasons ago as well, and a team that we seem to be following up the leagues. And Anya Machi got a cross in. It was initially cleared away. However, trouble was afoot. Trouble was afoot. Let's just hope Dylan O'Day doesn't watch this one back, as Baxter smashed it in from range, tried to combine smacked and smashed there, and it didn't really work. And Baxter's shot, I mean, Dylan. Anyway, we then, in the 68th minute, decided to make a couple of changes, bringing on Tommy Wingate and also bringing on Mickey McDonald. This is important. I also went into player instructions and had Mickey McDonald have the option to swap with Yaku Traore, which I thought was a very interesting one. Then Tommy Wingate pounced on the ball and managed to put it home past plane to get us an all-important away point. A lovely celebration there as well. I'm not sure whether it was like a boxing celebration or a punching celebration. I don't know really. But the defender switched off, the keeper switched off. I'm not sure why he was so far out. And Tommy Wingate put it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-1. Tommy Wingate. But we weren't finished there as the cross came in from Traore. It's crossed in, and McDonald with an overhead kick. It would have been a double sub, double mania. However, the highlight continued, as you can see here. As Ajimang picked up a really poor goal kick from Cameron Plain. He then drove into the box, crossed it towards Wingate, who picked up the pieces. He looked for McDonald in the middle, the man with the mohawk, who was viciously assaulted. Clearly a penalty, I think we can all agree. He then stepped up in the 86th minute. Could he? Could he? Of course he could. It was 2-1, and that actually sealed all 3 points for Slough. A really, really important goal and a fantastic last 10-minute comeback from the boys. We then saw McDonald take one of the best free kicks of the save so far. We've seen some good corners late on in games, but this was magnificent. You just watch what he does here. You watch, wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, that was it. It's the end of the game. We won 2-1 away from home. 2 away wins, 2 2-1s. It gave us Manager of the Month. Can you believe it? Just another accolade for me. And Sam Sills was then signed on the dotted line. A big decision to sign him because he is one of the non-Bill Slough slots. But we thought, you know what, we're going to get him in to push us over the line. Do we really need him? I'm not sure, because we were performing quite well, but we've brought him in nonetheless. Leyton Orient won in their midweek game to keep up the pace with us. And then we took on, as I say, York. Now, this was probably game of the video, I'd say. Sam Sills had the opportunity for his debut. At half-time, it was 0-0, so we brought on Sam Sills. Great first half. And then in the second half, yeah, we've seen some late drama, haven't we? McDonald played it into Yaku Traore, hit it into the man, and that was the best highlight of the game. It finished 0-0. What a game. What a spectacle. What a time to be alive. But it was important because Morecambe lost and Colchester lost, sealing our place at the top. And so, unbelievably, that brings us to this situation. After 38 games, we're 5 points clear at the top of the division with a far superior goal difference. You could argue it's 6 points, really. It's ours to lose, but, I mean, we could lose it with 8 games to go. We'll be playing one final game in this video, and that is Darlington at home. Darlington, another team who are up there fighting for promotion in 5th place. And the first game of the next stream on Thursday will be Leyton Orient, which is a title clash of sorts. And then the run-in is reasonably favourable other than that. So we will have to see how we get on. But let's go and play Darlington. So here we are, Darlington at home in what could be an absolutely gigantic win if we were able to get it. But this is when you start thinking, are the players up for this? Have they got the bottle to hold on and not only get promoted, but also win the league title? I started the video talking about promotion and promotion alone. And I think as this session has gone on and this video has gone on, it's becoming more likely that we could potentially sneak the win and get that league title as Imre crosses it towards Carbo, heads it on into the hands of Mead, who concedes an early corner here for Slough. We do love a set piece down in Berkshire as Briley now gives it into Danny Imre. Danny Imre, can he get the ball in? He can, deep towards Hamzad. He's taken down. It's a penalty. And after only a minute, we've got the chance to go 1-0 up. It is Mickey McDonald. He's already scored one penalty in this video. Could he make it two? Yes, he can! Oh my word, my heart was in my mouth a little bit there when he went the same way as the goalkeeper, but it was hit well, untrue. Great penalties from the Mohawk man himself. Keeper got two hands to it as well, but Mickey McDonald puts it into the back of the net, and after only 2 minutes, we have the lead. Another immediate highlight here as Hunter gives it into Imre. 5 minutes on the clock. Is this going to be a response from Darlington, or are we going to get a second goal? Briley crosses towards Mickey McDonald. It's cleared away, but Danny Imre, arguably the best player in the league this season, picks it back up into McDonald. Across the face, Jaden Raymond is off. It's off a defender, I think. Sam Inwood. And it's 2-0 after only 5 minutes. I didn't know what was going on there. I don't like the graphic when it's an own goal because you're like, is it offside? Is it not counted? Did it not really go in the net? I don't really know. But McDonald's cross was into Raymond. It was shot. I mean, it's a Jaden Raymond goal that I think is very unfortunate. It looks like it was going in anyway, but who cares? We're 2-0 up and we're in dreamland. And it's a corner, 10 minutes on the clock. Mickey McDonald, there's an obvious target to aim for. That man is Hamza Cabo, heads it on. It's cleared away by Keita Toure. Imre back into Mickey McDonald. He's got a bit of space here and he scores! We're 3-0 up. We are romping to a victory here. McDonald with a brace. He took the initial corner. It was cleared away well, but Imre, when he played this back in, was not expecting to get an assist, I don't think, but no one was marking McDonald, so he thought, why not? I'm just going to drill it, and it went straight through Mead. It's not been a good 10 minutes for the goalkeeper, but it's been a brilliant 10 minutes for Slough. Free kick here, which McDonald will take, crosses it in. Stockbridge now takes it on his chest, off to Danny Imre. He doesn't beat the fullback then. It's all the way back to Mead in the Darlington goal, who just surrenders possession so easily. Darlington look panicked here. Stockbridge into Mason Hunter. They've been hit by the Slough train. That's the problem. Kessie Denton over to Corbin Mathunzi now. What can we do with it in the middle? Cargbo drops deep. Corbin Mathunzi. It's a patient build-up as he whips it towards Tommy Wingate, who's in behind here. Tommy Wingate, and it's well saved by Mead. You were half expecting the net to ripple again there, but we win the corner instead. I'm not sure why my voice went so high as McDonald crosses it in. It's headed away by Franklin, and that one is headed away by Tyjon. Still 3-0. The other results around the grounds, Morecambe winning 4-0, I believe. Leyton Orient drawing, and notably Colchester. There's a bit of a gap to fourth forming here for us as Justin Briley brings it forward now, down the left, crosses it in towards Tommy Wingate. He's joined the party.
Let's see you sing his name.
Tommy Wingate. It's bizarre to say he's quietly gone about his business this season, but Tommy Wingate, without being an absolute star, has got about 20 goals. Brilliant cross in, left-footed strike. What is Mead doing? Goodness me. Bain crosses it into the back post, headed away by Briley. Keita Toure. Keita Toure, well tackled there by Raymond, who'll feel aggrieved to not have a goal to his name, I feel, as Adiko brings it forward now. Adiko crosses, no one really claiming that one. Imre just about gets ahead to it though. Bain into Huntbatch, and Keelan Huntbatch, which is a really real mouthful of a name, makes it 4-1. Darlington getting a goal back here. Now, I know how FM plays, and are they about to score a second one? I've played this game before. I mean, Dylan Aday's positioning for that, not the best. It's a free kick for us, though, is the next highlight. 37 minutes on the clock. Initially headed away, and Tyjon picks it up into Keita Toure. Has Keita Toure swapped sides? I feel like he was on the left. Just one, you know, for the fans of swapping sides. Hunter, I'm not sure if that's a thing. Is that a thing? I think I should move on. Hunter into Danny Imre. Plays it over to Stockbridge. Bad first touch there from Andy. Tyjon has it. Have I called this? Is it about to be 4-2? It looks like it might be Huntbatch or just over the bar. The day looked so assured there. Thought we were just about to tick away to half time here, but with 5 minutes added on, we continue the play. Morecambe are 5-0 up. Leyton Orient are losing, and Colchester are losing 3-1 as well. The gap is widening as Tommy Wingate has got the pace to get behind. Tommy Wingate, my word! They may as well have no goalkeeper. Tommy Wingate, it's 5-1. What the time of our lives here. We're running riot at Arbor Park. McDonald plays in Wingate. That centre-half cannot deal with Tommy at all. And Tommy just strikes it straight at Meads. And it's 5-1. Tommy Wingate. Well, what a half, what a game. It's 5-1 at half-time. We have blown away with an XG of 1.86. Some people doubt XG. And I think in this game, I think you maybe argue because a lot of that 1.86 will be for the penalty as well. We're 5-1 up at half-time, so I've taken the opportunity to make 4 substitutions with Adjumang, Moses, Sills and Tipple coming on. It's nice to give Sills a few minutes. His match fitness is really quite low. And also resting the likes of our wing-back, Stockbridge and Cargbo is really useful, especially with Leighton Orient on the horizon as Keita Toure now picks it up down the right-hand side. He gets the ball back to Adiko. Adiko inside the box, Franklin shoots, it's blocked, it's across the face of the goal, it's all happening here. Goalmouth scramble mania, and I love a good goalmouth scramble. Keita Toure shoots and it's over the bar. How often really in real life do they like brush the top of the net? It seems to happen a lot in FM. Sills crosses it with his left, he might be left-footed, I don't know him that well. Tommy Wingate, he's got a man on the edge. McDonald, oh, it's a chance for a hat-trick for Mickey McDonald, but it's tipped over the bar by Mead. It turns out he can use his hands, and Adjumang will now take this corner 63 minutes in. He crosses it to the front post. Mathunzi heads it against the post. Goodness me. And Antwi will actually now bring it forward for Darlington. Out of nowhere, they're on the counter. Antwi keeps it going in their lovely, like, light blue strip, and it's over. That's the end of the highlight. Corner here for Darlington. Peters crosses it in. It's headed into the back of the net by Jackson Brown. Who cares? Who cares at this point? It's 5-2. That was incredibly flippant. Who cares? I mean, I should really care, but 5-2. It's unlikely they're going to get back into it, especially with the minutes ticking away. Yaku Traore came on for Kessie Denton late on. McDonald's got a chance for a hat-trick here. Could he? Go on, Mickey. Go on, Mickey. Mickey McDonald! Oh, it's over the bar. Of course, rippling the top of the net because it happens so frequently. Another corner here. Peters crosses it in. Waters, it's into the side netting. Nobody cares. A minute to go. And this lead at the top is really extending. It's a brilliant victory, that one. 5-2 overall. A couple of braces for McDonald and Wingate and a Sam Inwood own goal. It's lovely to see, and it's a big win against a team also in the promotion hunt. And you'll notice it's not just big for morale. It's not just big because we've beaten a promotion candidate. It's also big because of the other results. Now, Morecambe have absolutely destroyed Wickham 6-1, which puts them in second place. But Leighton Orient lose to Doncaster, and Colchester, probably the most notable, Colchester lose to Blackpool, which means the gap from us to fourth is 13 points. It's 13 points with 7 games to play. I mean, we've got to go up at the very least at this point. Thank you so much for watching the video today. It's been over a number of days again. I'm going ahead into the editing studio now to sort it all out. But absolute pleasure, all of these games. League 2, what a league. One of my favourites, one of my favourites. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, in the comments, just say splendid form. Just say splendid form. That's it. Just splendid form if you've made it all this way. I wonder if there will be anyone who makes it this far. I bet there won't. I bet there's no one here, is there? Lots of love. I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you on the next stream, which should be a promotion stream. See you there. Goodbye. Why have I done a thumb? Goodbye. Wave makes more sense.